Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Olympia Soiree. I was like, we're more Riku. No, well, yes, Riku in Olympia Soiree. Okay, so, we just went and did our delivery, and we met that nice lady who's gonna be our blue grandma. Look, we're just adopting all the old people. It's fine. So, anyway, with the delivery completed, we returned to Yomi. Uh, Approaching from ahead was Kaina, but he stopped suddenly as if hesitant to come any closer. Hmm? Why? 'Cause your brother tried to kidnap me? And you know he did? I forgot about what Kaina experienced with Riku last time. Oh, I mean, that could be it too, but... Okay, this is where we have to save, so... I'm gonna save so that we can find our thing better. Okay. Okay. Riku, Kaina isn't a bad person at all. It's fine. I understand. Riku continued walking calmly. Forgive me for the other day. Huh? It was my fault entirely. Please accept my sincere apologies. Huh? Wait, what happened? Where did that come from? A soldier apologizing could give someone a heart attack! I am not a soldier anymore. I've been suspended. Consider my apology a personal one. Really? But why now? It's somewhat difficult to explain. I don't mean to be withholding, but I haven't found the answer yet. He said answer again. It seemed to be something heavy on his mind. So you're apologizing to me without an answer? It's clear that what I said back then was wrong. The question now is what I can do to atone. What can you do? Riku, was it? You're not like the other soldiers. You're probably right. That's why I'm not one anymore. I took a slight step back. I felt as though I shouldn't disturb their conversation. By the way, are you off from work today? No, I'll be heading up later tonight. Then, don't you need to sleep? I assume it would be difficult to labor without rest. Well, I have a hard time sleeping. Every time I try, I dream of Sanami. Should I intervene now? Sanami was Kaina's lover, which meant... Is she someone from your family? She was my lover, who was executed by you folks. Riku's voice dwindled as he staggered a bit. I'm so sorry. I heard why you were sent here, but... He really shouldn't be with the military. Look at how confused you are. Well, but... While I got you here, you mind letting me blow off some steam on you? Please do. I keep thinking about how it would have been better if I had been the one executed by Tamasogi. I'm sure she suffered pain beyond belief. Tamasogi forcefully drags out the living person's soul with Batsu, right? I made her go through that. Well, if you ask me who was to blame for all of it, it was me. It was my fault for falling in love with a woman of the Otsu even though I was with the Yellow. He said he wanted to blow off some steam, but he ended up reprimanding himself, not Riku. Kaina's shoulders shook violently as if he was cursing himself with all his might. Well, that's the thing. He is blowing off steam. It's the anguish inside of him and the blame and the guilt that he feels. He's just got to let it out, and there's probably nobody he can really talk to. So he's like, I'm going to let off some steam. What? It should have been me. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes blowing off steam is also sobbing uncontrollably. He's not, but, you know, inside, maybe. Sure, what I did may look evil and despicable in everyone's eyes, but I don't ever want to say that my love for Sanami was a mistake. My vision blurred from the tears in my eyes. Okay, we're going to want the one that's going to be a blubbering mess. I agree with her in this case. He'd always smiled so brightly, but seeing him now, I can only imagine the pain he was in. I know what I'm saying sounds like nonsense. I'm sorry, I really didn't have any intention of blowing up like that in front of anyone. Because no matter how hard I cry or how angry I get, it won't bring Sanami back, right? After all, we were both criminals. When I saw you apologizing to me, I a thought crossed my mind. You're gonna be the next leader of the Blue, right? Maybe, just maybe you can do something, anything. And he's like, I'm probably not gonna be the leader of the Blue now because I almost killed someone because they attacked her and I'm in love with her. So, like, I'm doing all sorts of shit wrong. If only she were still alive. If she were alive, I could at least hold her. Riku stared at Kaina in silence. See, this is actually nice. Because these are the... I feel like, okay, so maybe the other choice, the bad ending, is like, if you choose, like, we should go somewhere else. You walk a different way so you don't run into Kaina. Riku's not going to have this moment of clarity. Where, like, this is what he needs to hear is like, wait, killing people who are... They're just in love, and that's like me. If I wasn't allowed to be with... How much that hurt me. And, like, we're allowed... Everyone gave us the okay, but nobody... You know what I mean? Like... This is going to help him find those answers. And if we don't do that, like, oh my god, is he like, no, I can't marry you, go away. And then we get stuck marrying someone else in a bad ending. We get kidnapped by Kanan and his cronies and then, like, forced to marry him. Ah! Bitch, no! You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I wondered what he was thinking after hearing such tragic words. You have beautiful blue traits, and you're well bred. I doubt you can imagine what it's like to be a criminal, or what the people of Yomi feel. Riku's like, nah, I kinda get it. But if you ever do become leader, remember what I just said, even if it's just for a second. Kaina rubbed his eyes dry, then smiled again. Oh, he really does have, like, tears in his eyes. Oh, Cam, that's so mean. Poor boy. That felt good. I think I can sleep a bit better now. Well, I better be going back to the dorm. See ya! Just remember that! Okay, I feel great. Bye. It sometimes is like that. It do be like that sometimes. Like, oh, hey, look, I found a penny. Cool. It was quite a storm. I was blown away by what he said. All I could do was stay quiet. Maybe this is my fault for bringing those two together. No, this was a good thing. Obviously, because, you know, the other one goes to a bad ending, I'm assuming. I don't know how far down, I just know we had to save before that choice, so that makes me think after what he said, if we do the other option, we don't have this conversation, and then Riku doesn't help him find his answers, so. Kaina was always smiling in front of me, which is why I didn't expect that to happen. Olympia. Yes? Do not be too involved in that vendor stand. You have your rituals and deliveries to attend to. Huh? As I wondered what he was implying, I saw something bad coming our way. Oh, I thought it was going to be Coyote. Something bad coming our way. Look, he's just angry, and then... Nope, this is it. There you are, Riku. The white hem of his coat flowed behind him, this fucker. The sight was nothing but a bad omen to me. I went to see you at Shikinjo, but was told you were out. Yes, I'm thinking of capturing the criminals who tried to abduct her. Leave that for the military to handle. You should not worry Shura like this. I wish to capture the perpetrator with my own hands. But then it makes me wonder, oh my god, it's a conspiracy. It's all of them. They were all conspiring. Sakio and Shura were like, yes, we can. He's getting too close. And Kanan's like, I want her. And they're like, well, what if we kidnap her and give her to you? And then you assault. And then it's like, you have your way with her. And then, oh, now she's got to marry you. And then, like, whatever. And then she won't be with Riku. And then you can have her. And we'll all be happy. Oh, my God. It's like a season finale of a Scooby-Doo episode. Jesus, what the fuck? Anyway. Have you read the newspaper? It's the truth. Do not be a fool. You understand your duties, don't you? I've relinquished my color ribbon, so I'm a criminal now. He spoke with bold, unwavering pride, as if nothing was wrong. And I wonder, I'm really curious now, if we went a different way, and we didn't talk to Kaina, if we'd run into Sakio, and then he would have been saying all this shit, and Riku would have been like, and would have been wavery instead of being like, fuck you, bruh. Stay away from my woman. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of standing up to him, he would have cowered maybe like he did the first time we ran into this douche. What happened to you, Riku? If you weren't satisfied with my reply, please brand my cheek with the criminal's mark. Riku? Even if I'm shunned as an infidel, even if I live down in Yomi for the rest of my life, all that matters is that I'm with her. I held back the words that threatened to escape me. Don't say that, because then he'll kill you, so neither one of us can be happy. He's an asshole. Shit, I just gave him the idea. This was a battle Riku was fighting with his own words. Youth lends itself to making mistakes. Lord Sakyo, I plan on relinquishing the role I was given by you and the others. He's like, huh? Riku, what are you saying? What is happening here? I owe my very life to you and elder sister Shura for what you've done for me. But I now know the answer I've been looking for. See? If we had, there would have been a bad ending because we didn't run into Kaina and it would have been doubted. But now he knows. Now he's got the answer. All that remains is figuring out what to do with it. Go ahead and condemn me as you please. Ridicule me as a foolish man who disappointed you because of his endeavor to win her love. Riku! I'll say it once more. I've trusted and respected both you and elder sister. No, I suppose I always will. But I've decided to earn the role I truly want in life. Love is no different from a high fever. Look, just because you've never been in love because you're just a cold-hearted bastard. You could have been pretty once. Even with your mad eye, moody eye, it's just you're kind of an asshole, which is why nobody likes you. But, like, you know. That's why, you know. But that's why we like Doma. He might be kind of an asshole, but he's a sexy asshole. You're just like, you're not actually unattractive. You are an attractive man, but just, you fulfill the asshole role that Doma just, no matter how hard he tries, he just doesn't fit into. By all intents and purposes, I should feel the same way about Doma. He's pretty, but he's an asshole, but it's like, I don't care, I love him. And with Sakyo, you're like, you're pretty, and you're an asshole, but I hate you. But you're pretty. You know, you're not a bad-looking dude. You know, they made you pretty, but no. You're too much of an asshole, and I feel like Doma's actually on our side, so, like, whatever. You may not mind the heat of this moment, but once it breaks, all that awaits is pain. I feel like that's a threat, bitch. You need to have some time to yourself. Think wisely. I believe in you. His voice is all over the place, but, like, he needs to be angry, but he's the asshole, so, like, whatever. And with that, the ill omen turned around and his white hem fluttered as he walked away. I like how he's the ill omen. Should capitalize that. Riku quietly watched him depart with a strangely satisfied look on his face. Yeah, it'd only be slightly more satisfying if you punched him, but, you know, this is a verbal punch. It's good enough. Riku, I'm a bit nervous. You haven't told me anything. Even now... Even if I'm shunned as an infidel, even if I live down in Yomi for the rest of my life, all that matters is that I'm with her. If only you had told that to me. As I thought on about what happened... Olympia. Yes? I have important business to attend to. I'm afraid I can't walk you to the bathhouse. Is that alright? It's fine. It's not far, and there are a lot of people around, too. I'll try and return as soon as possible, but don't worry if I'm a little late. All I ask is that you please wait for me as long as you can. Don't worry, I will. Oh god, is someone gonna kill him though, and we're gonna be like, it's been 3 days! Well, I'll be going then. Doma's gonna show up down here and be like, bitch, why the fuck haven't you come home? Girl, text your dad! You know, you're adopted, Tim. No, look, I'm just saying. He seems so satisfied and carefree. Is it okay for me to be happy about all this? I wonder what his important business could be. With some time on my hands, I decided to help wash the windows. This was probably the best thing I could do. I could help the bathhouse, get some exercise, and look through these nice, shiny windows, too. Uh-oh, he's not back yet? I'm worried, look. After shining a whole hall's worth of windows... Oh, good. Oh! You worried me. Sorry to keep you waiting, Olympia. Riku, he seemed more tense than when he left. I wonder what kind of business it was. Why don't we step into the garden? There's something I want to tell you. You better tell me you love me. And ask me to marry you. I'm sorry if my conversations with Lord Sakio have been uncomfortable for you. That's all right. You seem to know him quite well. Lord Sakio was from the blue. Similar to the twins, Kaina and Kanon, your color traits at birth determine if you're raised in your color class or sent away. But see, that's funny, because I always thought he was blue, and then he's like, I'm of the indigo, and it's like, I thought you were blue. But like, okay, he's like barely indigo. Using the twins as an example, both were born into the orange class. But Kaina bore strong yellow traits, as you can see. And not surprising, since orange comes from red and yellow parents. Okay, color theory right here. In a similar manner, Lord Sakio was born into the blue, but with strong violet traits. Oh, violet, not indigo. Right, whatever, it doesn't matter. And I didn't realize, and maybe it was on the cards, I read it afterward, and somebody's probably mentioned it at this point, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the first part of this went up yesterday. Okay, so like, this is how far ahead we are. Because this is the only game I'm recording right now, so I'm like, woohoo! But I forgot, or I don't know if I knew, but I saw somewhere, I think it might have been on the Access Facebook page or something, that Yosuga is actually the last remaining purple. So like, hi, that's interesting. And that might have been, because I feel like when I read that, I was like, I'm not sure if that was mentioned. I'm like, maybe it was on his card. But like, I guess I completely forgot about it. Like, did it actually say that in his, like, about bio thing? You know, like, when Riku was introduced, it was like, Riku, did it say he was? I don't know, but if it was, I completely forgot about it. You know? And I'm sure somebody's mentioned it at this point by the time you get here and been like, oh, well, actually, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, none of these have gone up, really, so. Yeah, I got there eventually. It's cool. I heard you screaming in the past. Well, yeah. Future me heard past you screaming. I got it. It's really weird. It's like how that message in a bottle came from September 30th, 2021, and you're like, wait, what? Weird. In a similar manner, Lord Sakio was born into the blue, but with strong violet traits. I could have read that. And thus he was sent to the violet class. And perhaps that's why he has strong attachment to the blue. He's been kind to me since my childhood. I see. You already know I lack bravery. Wow. I can't read bravery. And then I'm not much of a man now. That's not true. Regardless, there's something I must confess to you tonight. What is it? I braced myself for what was coming, feeling the seriousness in his expression and tone of voice. I know, you're like, I want it to be a confession of love, even though we know you love us, but I have a feeling it's going to be something bad. Riku of the Blue. Oh, we're getting a CG. Oh my god, he's telling us he loves us. Did he push us up against a tree? Did he push me against the tree? Oh, you know how much I like being pushed against things. Okay, not a confession of love, but you still pushed me against the tree, which is sexy. And it's still a pretty CG. I'm the child of Hazushi. Huh? I was born down here in Yomi. A single pink petal fell into his beautiful blue hair. Oh my god. What? Actually, that's pretty good a twist, game. Because it's like, so like, people weren't allowed to love. Well, here's the thing. You were born in Yomi. That explains a lot. That is actually good. I approve of this. I applaud this. Because, okay. Yes, Riku is like, this is the way it is. The blue is the best. The blue is the best. The blue, these are the rules. These are the rules. These are the rules. And then he's kind of doubting it. Which, okay. I mean, technically speaking, in reality, you'd be like, you've spent 20 years being told this. It's not going to take 2 weeks to change your thought process. Like, maybe over time you might change. But, so it's possible. But this makes it more believable why he was starting to doubt, because he's always had those doubts in him. He's always had those doubts deep down, like, but you're saying this is wrong, but that's the only reason I'm here. Nope! The rules! The rules! Gotta believe in the rules! But, like, nope! Like, he's always been fighting with himself. The knowledge of how he came to be, he's being told that that's wrong. But then he's like, but then I wouldn't be here, and you keep telling me I'm amazing and great, and I'm going to be the next leader, but I'm like, wrong? No, shh, but... Huh? You know what I mean? That is amazing! You know? And maybe that's why Hayuri hates you so much. Because he knows you were born down here and taken up to the surface, and he was just cast away down here. You know what I mean? Huh. Interesting. But that makes it actually more believable why those doubts have always been there. Even though it's been the rules, the rules, the rules. Like, yes, absolutely, where they were kind of setting us up, where he was like, the rules, the rules, the rules, the rules. You know, maybe they're wrong. Wait, and then he's got that, like, he's trying to battle those inner thoughts with what he's always known and what he actually feels. But this makes it actually, like, he's been dealing with this for a while. Whoo! And it's not, and that's actually, I like that better because it's not just like, oh, he fell in love with us. Because honestly, falling in love with us isn't wrong. For him, because they told him he can't get married till he's 30, whatever. But you know what I mean? It's like, we're white, he's blue. That's fine. It's not like, you know, we're like a rainbow child where like, it's wrong. So like having to catch that woman who was running bothered him because he's like, deep down inside, he's like, if it's so wrong, I wouldn't exist. Oh, I love it. He's been in inner turmoil his whole life. Oh, traumatic childhood backstory. I like it. Good job. And I didn't see it coming. Yeah. I am known by the public as the child of Elder Sister Shura's older sister, Lady Reno, but it isn't true. My mother was a Hazushi from the Blue who was exiled to Yomi. I was speechless. More so because I knew he wasn't the type of person to lie about something like this. Riku, Hazushi. My father was from the Otsu class. I do not know his name. I can only assume he was captured and executed. I'm not sure if you're aware, but the people of the Blue suffer a high rate of stillbirth. And it was no different for Lady Reno. She was weak and unfit to give birth. Sure enough, the child was born without life. Okay, yep. I heard she held her lifeless baby in her arms for days. And then I was born in Yomi. I was a child of Hazushi. No one had expected anything from my birth. But for some bizarre reason, I was born with untainted blue hair. So I was taken into the Blue class as an infant. Can you imagine? His actual mother gets banished down here, her lover's killed, but she's pregnant. She's like, it's okay, I still have a piece of you, it's whatever. And then they're like, oh, hey, your baby's like perfectly blue. Pushes her down, takes baby. We're taking him. Oh my god, that poor woman. You killed her lover because you're fucking weird. You're like assholes about shit. And then you took her baby. Holy shit. Holy shit. All I could do was stare at him. At his beautiful eyes and hair. I was taught the truth by Elder Sister and Lord Sakyo when I was 10 years old, and we mourned the passing of as we mourned the passing of Lady Reno. Could you imagine? You're like, Mom! She's not really your mom. What? Riku's foster mother and Shura's older sister. She passed away when Riku was 10 years old. That's so traumatic. As expected, she did not live long. Until her last breath, she said again and again that she wanted me to become leader. I remembered when I first met him. He seemed serious and well-bred, and I could clearly tell he was raised in a prestigious family. But that was simply... I wanted to be more blue than anyone else in the world. I needed to be more blue than anyone else in the world. And then that makes it believable, too. He's like, why? He's so blue, 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 blue. I'm so about the blue, because he's like, I'm an outsider, I don't belong here. Oh my god, the inner battles you've been dealing with your whole life, and then all of a sudden those walls just came crashing down, and you were like, you know what? I don't need to be blue, bitch. I mean, I am, but like, fuck it! It's got to be a weight off his shoulders if you think about it. I wanted to repay Lady Reno for raising me, and repay Elder Sister and Lord Sakyo for their kindness, for guiding me to become who I am. Which is why I thought this was the only purpose in my life. That's so sad. I believe Yomi is beckoning me to join those living there. Living there. I was like, living there. I kind of mumbled that. Whatever. So that's what he meant. When I went to Doma's manor to apologize, you told me... Huh? And that you were only fulfilling the role that was given to you at birth. But that you wanted to do something yourself, even if it was something small. That was... I kept telling myself that my role was to become a great leader of the Blue. You could still be a leader of the Blue, you know. You're just proof that intermarrying isn't gonna wipe out the bloodlines. Because look at you, beautiful, beautiful blue boy with great power. Born to a man that had nothing to do with blue. I'm just saying, maybe stop interbreeding. But I started to have second thoughts after seeing you then and hearing those words. What is it that I needed to do? What's my true role? Olympia, I want to bring change to this island. Oh, good for you. No one should ever have to shed tears like Hyena. But I cannot do it alone. Please, I need your help. Riku, I've not done anything yet, but I feel like I can bring about change with you by my side. I give you my word tonight. I will bring change to this island. No, I want to bring about change with you, even if only a little. Please, be by my side. I'm a child of Azushi, and by the way, I love you when I get married. It's a lot of shit, but okay. Kiss him, Olympia. I believe you with all my heart. I'm sure that you're the type to stay with someone who lost their color ribbon forever. I believe that no matter what color I am or who I am, you'll not look down on me. Various images of him flashed through my mind. Images of him dancing, eating his hamburger, and smiling with his hand on the hot glass cup. So please, please be with me. Hearing his trembling voice brought me to tears. Did you need to ask? Do you think I would let anything like that change my view of you? Riku's shoulders tensed slightly. You are who you are. Doesn't matter what color you are, whether on the surface or in Yomi, whether you're with the military or not. None of those things matter to me. I love you so much that waiting 10 years for you is nothing. I prefer that I don't have. He's like, you don't have to wait 10 years. Oh, thank God, because I mean, that would suck, but like, I'd do it. Riku turned his face away. I could see his ears were bright red. Oh, he confessed his love and we're like, you silly, I love you so much. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. Thankfully, someone else is the one that's awkwardly embarrassed right now. I like this. I like that he's more embarrassed than we are. Bravo. Riku? I'm so pathetic. There you go again. You confessed your love before I did. Huh? But you said it first back at the trial. And that doesn't count. He coughed to hide his embarrassment. I said many horrible things to you when we first met. But I can say without a doubt that you aren't an indecent woman. You aren't a person I should avoid. You are dear and precious, and I want to protect you. Suddenly, I wanted to make a run for it. I couldn't imagine what kind of expression I had on my face. All of a sudden, we want to bolt from this man? Because now we're embarrassed. At first, I couldn't see whether my emotions were that of love or not. But I know very clearly now that I don't want to lose you. I want to touch you with my own hands. Oh, hi. His slender fingers gently caressed my cheek. If the people found out who I really was, I might have been sent back to Yomi. And that idea struck me with fear. I desired a place in the blue more than anyone. But now that means nothing to me. He wasn't wearing his color ribbon, but he looked prouder than anyone else on this island. I've broken a rule. Whether I break it once or 100 times doesn't matter anymore. Oh, that's where the once or 100 times. For you, I would do anything. See, that's super romantic. Whether once or 100 times, I would break the rules constantly for you. Ah! Pardon me while I fall. We're definitely dead. We're definitely dead, because, like, I'm dead. But you are Olympia. I cannot tarnish your purity. So please, just run. What? Just get out of my sight. What's the matter? I can't hold myself back. I'm dying to kiss you. Did I want to run or embrace him? He can't ruin your purity. Sweetie. Tap, tap. I have to have kids, so you're gonna have to. Like, there's no way around this. I can't just magically have babies. It's not how it works. I want to touch you even more. I want to hold you in my arms. You want to share that bed, huh? But I'm sure I couldn't stop there. Okay. If I held you, I would kiss you. So please, just go. Girl, grab him and kiss this man. And please don't stare at me with those eyes. Don't look at me with those loving eyes of yours. I needed to find a way to calm myself down. I cleared my throat quietly. Say no. We're in Yomi, in an empty garden. I'm not on stage. No one is looking at us. And now I finally know for certain. You are my soulmate. Oh. Oh. You've heard about that before, haven't you? Yes, I have. Spacey. That's my real name. Oh! Riku's lips made a small movement. Please, call me by my real name from now on. I picked up a single petal that fell in his hair. Long ago, a shapeless god separated its spirit crystal into two to create man and woman. Since then, humans have been born without half of their soul and are fated to search for the one who would complete them. Which is why, when two such halves meet, love prevents them from parting ways. Love. Please, kiss me now. Damn! I like how Bravo! I can't really clap because I got my remote in my hand. But, like, I like that she's like, kiss me, goddammit. Not like, can I kiss you? I mean, that's nice, but she's like, kiss me. That is, like, one step below her just taking the initiative and kissing him. But I'll take it, girl. Bravo. Once or 100 times. Oh! This is so romantic. This, if the other routes are better than this, Jesus, I don't know what's gonna happen. Holy crap, I can't handle this. Oh god, did we get a kissy CG? Oh, it's so pretty. The CGs really are pretty in this game. It was as though I had finally come in contact with the most important thing in my life. Our lips met hesitantly, with extreme care, as if touching something priceless. So cute. Riku, which is why it felt like the end of the world when our lips came apart for a moment. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing? A person like me has touched you. I should teach you a lesson by kissing you again so you can't say things like that anymore. Girl, I love her! She's like got such like... Okay, I know this is only like our first route, but like seriously, we very... Oh, don't be... Stop, don't... She has yet to do anything completely stupid where you're like, why, game, stop it. She's been embarrassed, but it's been like completely relatable. He's been more embarrassed than her, and she's like, I will kiss you again and to stop that bullshit. I really like her. Bravo. Bravo. I gave him a gentle glare. Oh, but then I wouldn't be able to hear your voice. What should I do? Spacey. Huh? I think we have another 99 to go. Huh? What? I just made myself sound so needy. It was just so hard to be apart from him. No, I can't do that. I don't know what will happen if I kiss you again. Oh, I know what's gonna happen. Yosuga's like, I've got the bed ready, it's fine. Are you sure? We're still unmarried. That was certainly the truth. You're like, I'm gonna teach you about some shit. It's okay. I should go back inside and... He stopped himself and bit his lip. No, before going back in, just once more. I love the fact that he is so blushing right now and so awkward. Like, no, I just... Maybe one more. You awkward panda! Oh, you're so cute! Shit! I love him. I closed my eyes, but beyond my eyelids, I thought I could see his beautiful blue eyes and the cherry blossoms. Oh, I'm not moaning, okay? You know what? I could feel that he was a little more impatient than before. Oh, hi. His sudden roughness ignited something in my heart. His lips didn't leave mine. In fact, they seemed to grow more passionate that I almost couldn't breathe. Oh, I love that. Hell yeah. Are you sure you're gonna make it to the surface, girl? Spacey, I love you. My thighs trembled. I wanted to answer him, but I couldn't find the words. I love you so much. Riku. His warm breath made me feel a sweet sensation throughout my body. It felt as though he had such power over me, which made me flush with anticipation. I warned you. Now I can't pull myself away from you. You don't need to. Please, be with me forever. I wrapped my arms tightly around his back. My soulmate. The love flowing from within me bound me to him. It felt at times that we would rather keep our lips together as long as possible than breathe. Okay, I'm not going to do the moaning. You know, I can't. It's so awkward. I love you, Riku. He took my lips and tongue with a forceful dominance as he had his way with me. I'm assuming he had his way with you kissing, because, like, otherwise... You know what? Actually, game, if that's the way you want to I approve of that instead of, like, when you make me read scenes and there's lots of moaning. It's like we embraced each other. He had his way with me all night. Okay, fine. That's all I need. This was a little bit... We need a little bit more than that if that's what you're trying to tell me. It's not. I know he had his way with you kissing. But, phrasing, game. My eyes filled with euphoric tears. You are mine, no matter what. At those words, the strength left my body. His slender fingers slowly made their way under my blouse. Oh! Ah! Oh, that was me. Ooh! But she's more like, ah! The coolness of his touch made my thighs quiver. Oh, dear God. Please don't make me read this. I wanted him to have all of me. Just when that desire began to peak. No. Of course. Of course he cock-blocked us. He suddenly let go of me. Why is our hair blue? Why is her hair blue? Do you see that? Her hair never had a hint of blue in it before, and now it does. Interesting. Like, look at her sprite. She's all of us. Is she turning blue? Wouldn't we have noticed if the women on the island, when they were... Maybe it's because... Oh my God, we're like a chameleon. When we're with our lover, we turn blue, but then, like, when we're away from him, we're white. Because, like, wouldn't the women on the island, if, so whoever Fuso's wife would have been, like, wouldn't we remember and be like, everybody on the island, everyone was, like, rainbow colored, like, literally. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a box of crayons. No, we would have noticed. But her hair is turning blue. Interesting. He suddenly let go of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't control myself. There's no way I can let myself be carried away out here. He shook his head with embarrassment. Okay, we can go to your room then. That sounds like a good... No! The places he touched felt so hot that I wanted to cry. I'm sorry. Just now your clothes. Don't worry. In any case, we should not do this out here. You're right. Let's go back inside. We both breathed regretful sighs and turned to head back into the bathhouse. And then see, out here, you get in the heat of the moment, but, like, in there, now he's gonna be like, no, you should go. What? Huh? He jumped back the moment we returned inside, because he sees the blue hair. Your hair. My hair? What are you... I looked into a mirror hanging on the wall. Wait, am I seeing things? Is it a trick of the light? Interesting. This is so cool! I'm curious about this now. This is awesome. That's right. Let me tell you something special. We girls on Tenyo Island have a wonderful secret. When you and your soulmate find each other and fall in love, you will... This is the secret that she was telling us. You'll pick up his colors. It can't be. Oh, I'm sorry to surprise you like this. It's nothing bad, really. Are you sure? He's like, they'll know it's tainted you. It's just something unique about me. I don't think it's because I'm sick or anything. Even if you think that, your beautiful white hair is now, he's like, it's tainted with blue. And that would suck too, because you're like, he's like, your hair is so beautiful and pure and wonderful. And you're like, yeah, so my hair is I'm gonna turn blue now. And he's like, well, that's disappointing you. Really, it'll be okay. It's turning white again. I looked into the mirror once more. You're right. It's gone back to normal again. Riku had a quietly suspicious look on his face. Oh, hi. When you're with your soulmate, you pick up his color. Well, see, the more we touch, the more I'm going to turn blue. So, like, everyone's going to know when we have sex. I could spend the night with you, and we could lay there, and I walk out the next day, and I'll be white as a sheet, and everyone will be like, okay. But if we have sex, it'll be like, girl, your hair is, like, bright blue. What? Nothing happened. Really? What were you doing in that broom closet? Nothing. Uh-huh. Your hair's blue, girl. Oh my god! We're like a sex ring. We're like a mood ring, but like a sex mood ring. We knew how far you went based on how blue you are. Oh! That's actually kind of fucking funny. Everybody's like, well, apparently their sex life is great. Have you seen her have white hair lately? No. Like, could you imagine? Could you imagine being like a motherfucking mood ring every time you get touched by your boyfriend or girlfriend or something? You're like, oh, okay. Oh, dear God. How awkward. It looks like it's back to normal. I'm fine, really. Don't let it bother you. I kind of forgot that her mother's like, you will, and then I told you nothing. Totally forgot about that. I knew, I'm like, it's gonna come up later, but totally forgot. And could it be a special power of the Tenyu Island White? As expected from Riku, he really is keen. Yes, so please, don't worry about it. Explain it to him so you can explain it to us. As long as you aren't sick. I'm completely fine and healthy. Well then, I guess I better get going. Wait. You'll be making deliveries tomorrow, right? Do you have some time to spare then? Yes, absolutely. How about we meet here tomorrow at around this time? Understood. Then be sure that the escort is able to send you back safely. I will. See you again. I left quickly, unable to shake the embarrassment I felt. She's like, I'm not embarrassed about the fact that we were making out. I'm embarrassed that my hair is blue and I have to tell him what happened. We told him every one of our other secrets, except for that one. That's the most shocking. So many things happened today. I finally kissed someone. So that's what it's like. I slowly touched my lips. His lips were on me, right here. I grabbed onto the balcony railing to hold myself up as my legs shook from the memory of it. Just wait. Just wait, girl. Jesus. That's right. Let me tell you something special. We girls on Tenyu Island have a wonderful secret. Okay, so it's only like, go back to normal when you ain't touching your boyfriend. So that makes sense why she didn't see a goddamn rainbow on the island. When you and your soulmate find each other and fall in love, you will... That must be what my mother was talking about. But you didn't quite fully explain it, so... Spacey. I'm scared. And sad. And filled with regret. But I mustn't turn away from it now. I promised you that I would bring change to the island. And that's why I'll end this once and for all. Oh god, you're like gonna prepare to go off to your death, aren't you? The least you could have done is had sex with us first, because then maybe we would have gotten pregnant or some shit, you know. I'm sure there's no birth control on this island. You know, and then like, come on. Bonds. Or he's like, I regret that I touched you inappropriately. Sweetie, it's fine. I don't know what chapter we're on. I have no idea how many there are left. I can't imagine too many, but... Hey, where's the Undertaker? Get him now! Come on, it's not like anyone knows where he usually hangs out! The following day, the area grew rowdy as Riku and I left the bathhouse together and walked to Kunado. Has something happened? I heard someone say Undertaker. Maybe someone passed away. Just find him quick! The body looks like it's been around a couple days! Lord knows when it'll start spreading Haku! We looked at each other. Haku, a corpse left alone could bring about disease. The body would lose its color and its limbs would begin to crumble, just like in that eerie drawing I saw before. I tried to bring Himika here myself, if only I knew where to find him. Is someone looking for me? Perfect timing! Have you heard? It seems someone's passed away and needs to be sent off as soon as possible. Sent off? For some reason, Himika stared at Riku. What? I am on my way to do work on the surface. Riku of the Blue, you can perform Tamagome, correct? Can you attend to it? Huh? And then I must be going now. Himika bowed and quickly left the area. I wonder if Himika is like, if you do this, the people of Yomi might have some respect for me, because, like, the people of Yomi, a lot of them are like, we don't trust you. You know what I mean? Even though, like, he's down here now because of what he's a surface dweller and he was in the military. But, like, Himika's like, I have to go, but, like, if you do it, that'd be great. Sweet. And then takes off so that Riku doesn't, and everyone's like, thanks, man. And, like, maybe people start to appreciate him and, like, see a different side of him. You know what I mean? Himika was wingmanning us. Hey, wait. Why are you... Before we knew what had happened, Himika was nowhere to be found. Hey, did you hear that? Why, that damn Undertaker! Isn't he the dancer guy from the Blue? I doubt he'll do anything to help us. Which is why everyone on the surface wants Riku to turn them into shiny show when they die. Compared to the others, his rate is tenfold. I forgot that Riku can send people off. Understood. Let me handle it. The crowd grew louder as Riku stepped forward for the job. Is the deceased in that house? Wait a minute, we can't pay that kind of money. So I'm not gonna charge you. You're Lord Riku of the Blue, right? I heard it cost an arm and a leg to hire you. Even if we all chipped in, we wouldn't have enough to pay you for your service. That may be true, but I'm not planning on charging you anything for my services. And there's no rule against mourning those in Yomi. Allow me to perform my last rites as a way of showing my respect. Huh? The people of Yomi and the surface are the same to me. Now, please make some space. His gentle yet dignified smile made the people around him step back in fear. I'm sorry there's no music to accompany the ritual, but I will pray for their eternal peace as best I can. And there he goes, doing his dance. Oh. I like how it's basically like another, like, dancer CG, but it's different because he doesn't have, like, all of his makeup and everything on. And it's still beautiful, even though he has an angry face. He has such bitch face right now, but it's still beautiful. The slight movement of Riku's arm was enough to immediately change the atmosphere around us. The murmuring slowly turns into sighs of awe. The people were mesmerized by his every move. Riku, you were amazing back then, but you're even better now. I like the fact that he's wearing, like, flip-flops. And the people of Yomi and the surface are the same to me. He said it without any hesitation. It seemed he really had found the answer he was looking for. Because they're not like, you know, Gita sandals or whatever they're called. You know what I mean? Where they have, like, the little thong kind of thing. But they have, like, wooden soles. They're not that. They literally look like the $3 flip-flops you can get at Old Navy. They're probably $10 now, but they used to be, like, $2 or $3. You used to go and get a fuck ton of those. You're like, woohoo! They're like, you know, 2 for $5 or some shit. Like, that's exactly what they look like. I just like it. You're like, look at you in your flip-flops from frickin' Old Navy. Yeah, Walmart flip-flop. It seemed he really had found the answer he was looking for. I've never seen anything so beautiful before. I'm not dreaming, am I? Someone from the Blue is really dancing in Yomi? It's not a dream. It's real. She's like, no, we're all dead. It's fine. That dead guy's gonna come back to life. No way he'd stay dead and miss seeing this. I knew it wasn't the time or place, but I had to try hard to stifle a chuckle. I understand why they feel that way. Wasn't he the soldier at Kunado? Thought he didn't give two shits about us. I can vouch that Riku isn't like that at all. I responded to each of them in my mind. I'm sure the military will change one day. He continued his graceful dance. There was no trace of contempt in his expression. I love you the way you are now. I'm so glad I met you. No one was murmuring anymore. Blue light shone upon the area in the crisp silence. Good work. Thank you very much. What? I just finished what I needed to do. That was a splendid performance. Yeah, okay. In like the 2 minutes it took, because it only takes him, 30 seconds, they said, or whatever. But obviously he does the dance, whatever. But it's you ran and came back. He's so full of shit. He was totally wingman and Riku. That's actually sweet. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Oh, wait, no, wait. We forgot. Every time Himiko shows up, we have to check out his skull. I can't wait to find out that that's like his dad or some shit. Or I don't know who it is, but it's someone important. I'm glad to hear that, but let me first apologize for pointing my blade at you the last time we met. Ah! Glorious, look at him. Come to think of it, he did do that before. And that's fine. It didn't bother me at all. Even so, it was incredibly rude of me. I'm truly sorry. You've already made up for it. Then, I suppose that will do. Yes, I suppose it will do. Himika seemed to be quite happy today. Undertaker Himika, I have a question I'd like to ask you. What is it? I heard you possess tremendous power in Batsu. Aren't you ever afraid of it? In the time we met, you were about to use it on someone. Did you ever find it enjoyable? You did not realize it was only an empty threat? It was to protect her. Wait, it didn't seem that way back then. Riku, do you know where the blue came from? From the blood of Hiroko. Yumika smiled and held up the crystal that Riku had given him. What a good and beautiful color. Riku, you're able to use Batsu because your soul is pure and strong. What? It is true that Batsu is something to be feared, but it's also needed on the island. The people of the blue have a serious nature that makes it easy to worry. But don't worry, Hiroko will not punish you for it. Huh? Himika... Please take care of the dead when I'm not around. See you again. Oh my god, is Himika Lord Hiroko? Look, some of the shit that's gonna come unraveled at the end, I'm gonna be like, not surprised. He's like, I'm not gonna punish. I mean, Hiroko's not gonna... That's why nobody sees him. It's because he's this. Like... And with that, Himika put the show in his lantern and left at once. What was that just now? Still slightly confused, Riku frowned and looked at me. He's unique, isn't he? Even though he's rather sweet. Sweet? Well, I suppose. Is he like that because he's the Undertaker? I'm not sure. We have 2 more chapters after this, but there's no choices in the last 2 chapters, so anyway. I have to admit, I do feel a little better now. I'd not mind talking to him again since we both have the same power. I really should get to know him. I'm sure you two would be great friends. Just as Riku gave a shy smile, I saw Tokisada approaching us. Hey, he hasn't been around this whole entire route. Hello there. Hello, Tokisada. That was amazing. That was the Tamagome ritual, right? I've never seen it performed before. It was like watching a god do his work. I had no idea you could do something like that. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Amakusa Shiro Tokisada of the Green. I've heard many things about you, Lord Riku. This is the first time we met, isn't it? Yes, I'm Riku of the Blue. Pleased to meet you. Pleasure's all mine. Wait a second. Lord Riku, where's your color ribbon? Did you lose it by chance? Well, about that. It was a bit too heavy for me, so I took it off. Took it off? Are you sure it's alright for you to do that? It's no problem at all. Tokisada's like, I can take my ribbon off? Not you! You're not allowed to. Well, I guess you're right. It is surprisingly heavy. He solemnly ran his finger across his collar ribbon. Tokisada? I'm sorry about that. I probably shouldn't have asked you. Well, I'm off to the bathhouse. I'm off to the bathhouse now, so if you'll excuse me. I mean, he's got green eyes, but he's, you know what I mean? Like, how did they decide he was at the, I mean, I guess we'll find out on his route, but. Tokisada bowed and turned around. Suddenly, Riku called out to him. Lord Tokisada, if there's anything troubling you, feel free to talk to me any time. Huh? As thanks for complimenting my dance. Tokisada blinked his eyes repeatedly. Then his eyes twinkled mysteriously. Heh! You're a lot nosier than you look, Lord Riku, but I like people like that. Thank you very much. I'll keep that in mind. Tokisada smiled bashfully and quickly took his leave. I'm sure you'll get along well with Himeka and Tokisada. Yes, I do hope so. Now then, shall we get going? Of course, but where is it you wanted to take me? Well, it's... I was like, we're coming here. Are you going to ask Akaza to marry us? Can he do that? But also, I'm very concerned by the title of the last chapter. Anyway. Riku, I got word from your messenger. What is it you wanted to talk about? Akaza, my friend, I have a special favor I need to ask of you. If possible, and can we have your doctor from the Black join us? That is, if he's willing to talk to me. Are you going to talk about my hair? I'm not dying! It's just a magical power my people possess. It's weird. I don't get it either. Don't worry about it. He isn't the type to hold a grudge. Hey, Kuroba. You better not be sleeping. Get up. Oh, I didn't know I was intruding on his sleep. I'm very sorry. Don't worry about it. You'll get used to it. This is almost exactly what happened when I first met Kuroba. Is the Kotowari really like this? No, Kuroba's really like this. Morning. You can sleep later. Yeah, huh? You're that confused soldier who packed up and moved to Yomi. It's Riku. Yeah, I know. So what brings you here? You look like you want to talk. I'm sorry to have woken you from your sleep, but I felt that you ought to know the truth. And what do you mean by that? In the room was me, Riku, Akaza, and Kuroba. It was clear that this wouldn't be a normal conversation. You both know, of course, that she was attacked the other day. I think I know who orchestrated the attack. Are you going to tell us or are you going to make us wait? Riku? In response, I tugged on his arm. They're not going to tell us. It's going to be like, all right, so here's the deal. And then we're going to have to go through, like, the Scooby-Doo fucking, like, shenanigans and, like, chasing him down and, like, setting people up. And then we're going to find out. He never hinted anything about it in front of me. But before going further, I need to tell you everything I know. Everything. My hand fell off his arm, hearing his solemn voice. Is there something else he didn't tell me? A certain person is conducting an experiment, using Sho to regenerate parts of the body lost to Haku. I'm gonna guess it's Dr. Sakio. Hey. Kuroba was the first one to respond. His expression was no different from Riku's. I know that the two of you know this as members of the Kotowari. Sho created from Tamagome, forcefully extracting a living person's soul, are of the highest purity. The highest purity? And that's right. Normally the Sho are different depending on how Batsu is used and the wielder's skill. That would also explain why there's a lot of murders, like the people are executed more often, because you need more Sho. I'm not sure that purity is the right word. After all, the purest Sho seem to come from those who have been executed. Batsu on a living person. Akaza and Kuroba didn't look surprised, because Kuroba was like, these things seem to be happening a lot more recently. Okay, now we got the explanation for that. Cool. They clearly already knew all about it. But they probably didn't want to disclose that to me. Batsu's power varies depending on its user. Generally, the stronger the Batsu, the more beautiful the resulting Sho. And I assume Yosuga knows this too, which is why he said it like that, so that I wouldn't become irritated or get hurt. The greater the purity, the stronger its effects when used for medicine. Stop! Just stop right there! Cordoba's expression. Does he know something? Riku, don't tell me... A certain face appeared in my mind. An ill omen of flowing white sleeves. I mean, he's a doctor, so there you go. Is that person conducting the research? He didn't answer the question, but smiled in a way that was neither a denial nor an affirmation. The purer the show, the stronger its effect on human cells, which is why the person needs them in such large quantities. My heart refused to accept what I was thinking. Here's the thing, though. Cordoba getting upset about this worries me, you know? You know what I mean? Unless it's because he's like, no, don't you tell me that he's doing experiments. I don't want to know. I trusted him. He let me be a doctor. You know what I mean? Like, you're telling him, I mean, I don't know, but that's the only thing, because otherwise, like, why are you getting angry? The gruesome truth was about to be revealed, but I have a feeling if we flash... If that's related to the kidnapping, it must mean the idiot's finally gone insane, huh? Yes, it makes sense that Kurobo would know the creator of this medicine. I somehow managed to shake any further upsetting thoughts from my mind. I received a report earlier from the military, and the person who attacked her escaped while the guards were out of sight and jumped from a window to his death. Huh? But it's interesting how he was able to escape so easily, considering he likely had no special training whatsoever. Damn it! Cordoba kicked a chair, which turned over and fell to the floor. We're not going to be able to finish this scene, so... I doubt it. Lord Akaza, forgive me for interrupting. What is it? There was a suspicious man up to the entrance who mentioned that Lord Riku told him to come here. Yes, I did. I'm sorry, but please let him through. Huh? Yes, then... Riku, who did you call? Don't tell me you told him to come. No, it's someone who may be our ace in hand. Ace in hand? They said it's a suspicious man. So they would know if it was Doma or Jigen, right? They wouldn't be a suspicious man. Tsukuyomi's very suspicious, though. Kanon could be suspicious. Tsukuyomi is my guess because he's the most suspicious. Not in like a... He's sus, but like, I feel people would see him and be like, there's a weird man here. He looks a little crazy, because Tsukuyomi does look a little crazy. Come on. Excuse me again, I've brought him to see you. Thank you. I slowly looked toward the door. What? You're the person who attacked me! Oh, okay, never mind. What? Huh? What the hell's going on here? I actually captured him back then, but I let him escape. Riku reached into his pocket. And this color ribbon has his name and address on it. I took this as ransom and ordered him to go into hiding. Yesterday I went on business to see him and told him to report here today. Huh? What are you trying to do? I see. Well, that was clever, Riku. Hey, you're lucky Riku saved your ass. Your partner just died this morning. What? Tell everyone your name. My name is Akuta. Oh, he was the coach. Oh, right, can't have the nice guy name voice. I think he was smarmy. Okay, whatever. Akuta, who ordered you to abduct her? I kind of want to cockblock all of us right now. I want to be like, and we're gonna stop! I want to do it so bad because we're over time. But like, and I can't record, I'm like, I have to wait, you have to wait, I have to wait. Or would you rather be handed over to the military and get executed before breakfast? If you're willing to testify without perjury, I can try to reduce your sentence. Looks like your buddy was forced to take a dive from high up. I wonder what'll happen to you. Akuta, you do realize you should be thanking this man, right? If you'd been captured with your partner, you'd likely be dead by now. But... Akuta, please. You need to tell us the truth. I can't make any promises, but I'll do what I can to have your sentence reduced as well. I'll speak in defense for you, too. I don't care any more that you hit me. Akuta, you're not aware of the situation. Do you know what I told the people of the island on her 18th birthday? that no one shall threaten or behave in a way that would bring her harm, and that those who defied my order would be punished accordingly. Don't tell me you didn't know. Like, there's so much threat in that. I'm well aware. Then spill it. This is your last chance. Yes, he did attack me before, but I felt a bit sorry for him now. There was no way he could stand up to those three interrogating him. Yeah, okay. What? There were three options. Sakio, freaking what's-her-face, and Kanan. And, I mean, there were three options. I guessed all three of them, so I was like a third right, because I kind of was like, it could be all of them. I didn't really have it defined, but... Well, we kind of knew when Riku was like, he's doing, like, experiments, and then, you know... I don't think Shura would have complained. Although, I really wouldn't have put it past Kanan either to... you know, kidnap me to make him his bride, but this does fit a little bit more into Riku's kind of story, so. It's Lord Sakio from the hospital! I heard heavy sighs all around me. They all kind of knew what was coming. Riku, he's a valuable witness. You don't mind if we hold him here, do you? Not at all. And that's why I told him to come here. Akaza nodded and led Akuta outside. He was probably going to be in Tatsugi's custody. After a short while, Akaza returned. Riku, can I ask you something? When did you begin suspecting that he was behind the plot? If you handed Akuta to the military, they'd have destroyed the evidence. That's why he took his collar ribbon, right? To be honest, it was simply a hunch. As I was chasing after him, I thought about who would gain the most from abducting her. It wasn't just the protective order you issued. If something terrible happened to her, we would risk losing the sun forever. So who among us would take such a risk? It was then that it struck me. He told me before that he was researching the women of the White for a means to cure Haku. You're like, what? I thought he just wanted me out of the way so I couldn't marry you because he was jealous and he's secretly gay for you. I mean, this is just like a man and a woman. Excuse me. You just underestimate that Riku and Akaza could have been in love with each other. They're like, I guess we gotta, you know, I'm just saying. It's rude, game. Gay people exist, okay? The gay man in my soul is a little upset about that. That can become infected if left untreated. We should have it cleaned right away. What are you saying? I cannot overlook the injuries of Lady Olympia. His voice is all over the place. Doesn't fucking matter. He's secondary character. The image of his cold smile sent a shiver down my spine. So I was a nuisance to him and a specimen at the same time? Maybe that's why he called out to me when I was alone. I didn't know that happened. I doubt he would have nabbed you there and then. He probably wanted to check you out first. To be honest, he's been bugging me too. He asked for my help to find a way to check your white blood somehow. He's targeting her because she's the only one left. Cordoba nodded with a grave expression. Could you imagine if we got pregnant and went to the hospital, he'd kidnap our baby? I wanted to be a man of the blue. Riku's fingers rose to his chest. They ran across the spot where he used to wear his collar ribbon. It wasn't long after I joined the military that I heard about his research. He said he wanted to help those in suffering. Where is Kuroba's color thing? I mean, he's got a freaking bolero tie going thing on, but, like, Akaza's got one, Riku would have one, but, like, where is Kuroba's? I just realized that. He doesn't have one. Interesting. They're just like, you're so low, you don't even need one? Maybe, well, that's true. Maybe only the primary and secondary colors have one, and everybody else, it's like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Because, like, what do you do if you're Otsu? Or, like, one of those other, like, or the, you know, the Pied people. What do you do? What, you have, like, a rainbow one? Like, The previous leader of the Blue, Lord Akon, passed away from Haku. Many others have lost their limbs, or worse, their lives. Of course, I fear the disease as well. I thought his research would be worthwhile. I believed that it was necessary for the future of the island. Many of the Hazushi I saw were convicted of wrongdoing, or at least that was what I was telling myself. Since the show of the executed are treated as waste, I felt that putting them to good use was for the best. And then when I saw that the number of executions had increased, I assumed it was due to a growing lack of discipline. And then Riku clenched his fist. And then I captured a woman back at Kunado. And yesterday I went to headquarters under the guise of submitting my suspension report and secretly searched the records. Her record showed no evidence of her crime. That meant I couldn't bring myself to speak up. But I knew Akaza and Kuroba were thinking the same thing. If he's behind this, if he's orchestrating the arrests and sending innocents to their deaths for his research, I need to stop him no matter what. I know we're not at the end of the scene yet, but we've got to stop. We kind of had a little flash, but we're 10 minutes over. We cannot keep doing this. So I didn't mind going a little over, but we're like 10 minutes over. So I'm going to stop here in the little flashback, and we'll continue this scene, you know, because we already know who did it. So now you got to digest that, and it's not like a shock. It's not like if it was like, it's Jigen. I do feel like he might be a little sus, I'm just saying. Or like for me, when Doma turns out to be evil and everyone else is like, girl, we knew it. And I'm like, no, what? Why? Why would you kill Dumbledore? I don't get it. You know, anyway. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.